Hi guys, Metalhead here, and today is a very special video as I'm going to be showing you guys my whole collection of silver bars. Now I do have other bits of silver and gold, coins for example, but I thought I'd make a separate video today focusing on bars specifically, and then perhaps another video later on coins, because frankly the video would be too long if I was to do everything all in one. Now before we get into the video guys, please do hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm posting lots of precious metals videos like this and content just very similar to this actually, and the best way to keep in touch is by subscribing to the channel, and please do feel free to comment. I'm really trying to create a bit of a community here to share knowledge, and hopefully we can all learn from each other and share our journeys with precious metals. So without further delay, let's have a look at some of these bars. And if we start, if we go from large to small, and we start over with these 1 kilo bars over here. Now some of these I've actually reviewed on my channel separately, so what I will do is I'll put a link in the or a series of links in the description, and also on the top comment I'll pin it to the top, which will have individual links that go to each of these specific bars. So the first bar to look at is this Emirates gold 1 kilo silver bar, and this is actually the first bar that I ever bought. And I bought it over the counter from a shop in Dubai. I went on a trip to Dubai and Abu Dhabi about 4 or 5 years ago now, and let me tell you, the silver price was a little bit lower than it is today, so I was really happy to buy this bar over in Dubai and bought it back with me just on the plane, and it really started my silver stacking about 4 or 5 years ago. I decided to keep the bar in its original wrapper. It has got a certificate on the back which is all kind of enclosed within the wrapping, so I keep it in that original wrapper with that certificate on the back. So I've just popped that one down, and as you can see I do have another kilo bar here. This time it's from Baird & Co, and this one I also bought in person. I bought it over the counter at Baird & Co's precious metals showroom on Hatton Garden in London, and it's, again, it's a fantastic bar. It's one of the first, it's actually the second kilo bar I bought, but it was one of the first bars that I ever bought, and it's a really fantastic bar. It's got a lovely bit of printing on the front. If you see, the stamps there on the actual bar are quite deep into the bar, the Baird logo and the various bits of information. And you might be able to see, if you look closely, this bar's got a few ripples on it too, which is something that I really like to see on my silver bars. And when I bought this kilo bar, at the same time I also bought this little baby version, this 500 gram version, which is very similar really, other than the obvious different serial number and the fact that it's 500 grams of course rather than a kilo. It's got a certificate on the back in the same way as this kilo bar, and it really is just a little baby version of that kilo bar. So again, really happy to have that, and it came quite nicely. I bought the two together on the same day. So moving on again, moving down the scale, I have this 5 ounce Scottsdale silver bar, and this was a lucky find actually. I actually picked this up from a coin slash jewellery shop in Leeds, I think it was. And I was really pleased to get my hands on this at a half decent prices. Those of you who are watching my channel from the US, you might think, Scottsdale silver, it's pretty common, it's no big deal. But actually, here in the UK, they don't come up that often. So when I saw it in the coin shop, I thought straight away, I've got to have this. And it was a decent price. It was just under £100, I think, when I bought it. And now these are swapping hands in the UK over £100 on the secondary market. So I was really happy to get this bar. Again, very deep stamping on that bar. I think that's something that Scottsdale silver always do. It's a lovely little piece. I'll just pop that back there. Where are we? We're moving down to 100 grams now, so perhaps I'll move on to this one. So this is Sharp's Pixley, 100 gram bar from Sharp's Pixley, and again, in person I picked this up from their London showroom about 2 years ago or so now. I used to work very near their shop in London, and it comes in this pretty cool case. As you can see there, it's got the certificate of authenticity on the back. It's kind of stuck onto the back of the case, which keeps it shut. So I'm not going to open the case, and the reason I'm doing that is because if I do come to sell it in the future, it might just help sell it that it's still in its original case with the sticky certificate on the back, and it's pretty much what you'd expect from a small 100-gram bar. It's got the Sharps Pixley logo there on the front, and then the stampings to say 999 silver, the weight, and of course fine silver written on there. And then again, another 100-gram bar that I have is this Metalor bar, one of the first bars that I reviewed on the channel actually, and it's much more of a matte finish from some of the other bars. You can probably just about see, if you compare that in the light to that Baird 1 kilo bar, it's a bit more of a matte finish on this bar. And the reason I bought this really, it's not hugely attractive, I would say, as a silver bar, but the reason I bought it was because it seems to be one of the most cost-effective ways of buying little lumps of silver in the UK. So I think I picked this up at the time for around £75. So, quite competitive really in the UK, price-wise, these Metalor bars. They're quite common. You see them on eBay and local coin shops, and yeah, quite a nice little chunk to have sat there in the stack. And then keeping on the 100 grams, oh well, in fact actually, so there's a couple of Backyard Bullion pieces. We'll start with a 3 ouncer here. Nice 3 ouncer bar. It's something quite unique. As you all know, people who are watching my channel, I'm sure will know Backyard Bullion, and you can see the way that he creates these ripples on the bar. I said there was ripples on this bar, but Christ, there's, you can see them in a lot more detail on this 3 ouncer. And it's got the Backyard Bullion logo there on the front. Number, oh no, it hasn't got a number on. So sometimes they come with serial numbers, and I think that's on these 100-gram bars. But no, it's a 3 ounce bar from 2019, and a lovely little bar it is. They do actually come with certificates. I haven't got them today for the video, but I do have certificates for most of these bars. As I say, some of them are on the back, like these ones here, but this one I keep separately filed away. And I do have these other 100-gram bars, both from Backyard Bullion 2. I've got a 2017 one here and a 2019 one on the right, and it shows, I think, if you can compare the two bars, it shows the improvement, I would say, in the work that Backyard Bullion has been doing over the years. If you look on the front there, you can see the 2017 bar. The stamping is a little bit out of line there when compared to the 2019 bar, and the imprint on the Silver Forum logo is a bit more defined on this newer version. So you can really see the progress in the work that Backyard Bullion does. And unfortunately, this bar's, I don't know if you can see that in the light. I think you can just about. There's a bit of tarnishing on this older bar, and a little bit annoying actually. I don't know if anyone can help me out. Is there a way I can get rid of that? Can I maybe rub it down with a cloth, or I don't know. Let me know in the comment section if you know any way that I can, kind of restore that maybe to its. It's similar to this one on the right here. It's a little bit tarnished, and actually, yeah, you can see there are the serial numbers on the side of these bars, and actually that's quite cool. On the older version, there's a slightly different N for number, but we've got number 43. Is it number 43? Yep, and number 83. And I love these Backyard Bullion pieces. They're just little chunks of silver that a lot of love and care has gone into them, and I just keep them in my stack sat there as a kind of a few bedrock pieces. I also have just a bit of an odd piece. It's a hand solo, a kind of custom pour mold. How can I put it? It's a one-off piece. I don't know if many of these have been made. You see them every now and then pop up on eBay, but actually someone bought this for me. It was a gift from a family member, and I'm not hugely into Star Wars, but what I do appreciate is that someone's poured this bar, and it's definitely a cool piece. It's a unique piece, and it's certainly, well, I mean, I didn't buy the piece, but I'm sure it probably wasn't the best value for money, but it's something pretty cool that I have in my stack, and it's I think that's 2.6, or was 2.5? 2.5 or 2.6 ounces of silver. And actually this also comes in a little case, because it's meant to be a bit of a presentation piece, so you kind of pop that in there, and then it sits in a little presentation stand. So yeah, that's pretty cool, and I kind of keep that in the stack just to have on the side. And finally, going from large to small, I have these little pieces here, and these are incredible. I only got these recently, and these are some tiny little 1 ounce pieces from Backyard Bullion, and look at how diddy and dinky these are. There's 2 there. What are they? 2018, 2019, and there should be another 2 also 2000. Getting the right way around. 2018, 2019. So there's 2 2018s and 2 2019s, and again he's done the ripples. I like to see that. The backs are a bit chipped and worn, but that's kind of what you'd expect, you know, being Backyard Bullion, doing it at home, doing it himself, and it kind of adds to the character of the pieces, I would say. They're truly one-offs, and in fact these should be serialed, and yeah, they are. There, what does it say on that number? God, I can't read that. Number something. What does it say? I think it's number. I'm really struggling to see that. I think it's number 17. Number 163. Number. Well, that was number 17. Oh, maybe this person had them in a row. Had them from the year before. Number 1. God, what is that? Number 163. So to be fair, that maybe is a point in itself, the fact I'm struggling to read them. I suppose it can be quite hard to imprint onto these smaller bars, but the main print on the front is very good. You can see the 1 ounce, the date, and the silver formula. Again, look at the size difference on these. If I compare that to this 1 kilo bar from the front and then look at it from the side, it's quite funny actually. You know, if you look at the difference there between these little ones and the large ones, it's yeah, there's a huge difference in size there, and obviously a huge difference in weight too. So that's it, guys. I mean, a long-ish video for me there. I tried to skip through the bars quickly. I have got other bits and bobs too that I'll be showing on separate videos, so coins and also gold. But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the bars. Are there any that you think I should be looking to add to my stack, or are there any there that you think I should perhaps look at offloading? Drop me a comment in the comment section. Let me know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, happy stacking.